Madam Chairman, it's a great pleasure to serve under your chairmanship, and I congratulate my honourable friend for North Devon for securing this timely debate during Great British Beef Week. I also draw attention to my declaration in the members' interests as one of the few practising farmers in the House. The Cotswolds has one of the most sensitive landscapes in the country, and I've always proudly championed British agriculture. As a farmer who grew up on my mother's dairy farm, I know from first-hand experience how the UK produces some of the highest quality food produce with exceptional animal welfare and environmental standards of anywhere in the world. As Britain secures new trade deals, we have the opportunity to promote that high quality meat and dairy products across the world, produced by our innovative, environmentally friendly farmers. After 40 years of EU Common Agricultural Policy, we now can pursue new trading relationships. This is an amazing opportunity to shape the future of our farming, promoting our interests and meeting the needs and ambitions of British consumers in the 21st century. In 2020, combined, the meat and dairy products accounted for 2.2% of UK goods exports and 3.1% of all UK goods imports. The current trade deficit is found in all categories, apart from mutton and lamb that has a trade surplus of 0.1 billion. We now import roughly 50% of all that we eat, down from 65% when I was a student. The UK is around 85% self-sufficient in dairy production and beef, but 98% when it comes to lamb. We need to work to a point where it is not just lamb that is in surplus, but that we are near self-sufficient in many more sectors. What is the difference between our lamb and beef sectors? Part of this could be better marketing of beef, usually a more expensive option in the supermarket. This deficit is something we want to change with our new trading arrangement. Beef exported from the UK last year came to 382 million, with growing markets in Hong Kong, Singapore, Peru, and Canada. There is also growing demand in China for British pork and for high quality lamb produced from the Cotswolds in France. British agriculture needs to increase and diversify its exports as much as it can to new international markets after heavily relying on Europe. There is no reason why British food manufacturers cannot be innovative enough to create a wider range of products using British food produced. This is especially the case for dairy-based products that are heavily imported, such as yogurt and prepared desserts, unnecessary when we have such a strong dairy sector. So I urge farmers to take advantage of the growing global markets. The Department for International Trade are launching new mentoring program, providing expert advice on trading internationally. Farmers in the UK are leading the world in finding innovative farming methods to farm to climate change friendly way, with the NFU pledging an ambitious net zero target by 2040. The beef industry in the UK is one of the most sustainable in the world, with an extensive grass-based grazing system, not a cause of deforestation, as my honourable friend for Tiverton has said, like in other countries. The government's Committee on Climate Change found that the UK beef industry produces around half the greenhouse gases emitted compared to the global average. There are 60, as my honourable friend said in opening this debate, there are 278 million dairy cows worldwide. If they're all managed as efficiently as the UK dairy cows are, we could shrink that number to 76 million and still produce the same amount of milk throughout the world. And around 70% of British herds is grass, and 65% of the all UK farmland produces some of the most productive grass in the world. This protects the character and identity of the countryside and generates an important income for rural communities. In the Cotswolds, which I have the privilege to represent, the distinctive and attractive landscape would not be the same without grazing livestock, such as producing the very high quality lamb, much of which could be exported. Here in the UK, the environmentally conscious consumer wanting to have a balanced diet, there is nothing better than buying British. Buying fresh local produce not only reduces greenhouse emissions from transporting produce, but in addition will be sourced from farms that have sustainability at the heart of their practices. And it is good to see some retailers increasingly championing UK products. I know, because I did a lot of the shopping myself during the lockdown, Waitrose and Aldi have really led the way on supporting British farmers throughout the pandemic. Hopefully other supermarket chains will be encouraged to follow their examples. So in concluding, Madam Deputy Chairman, farmers can now set their ambitions well beyond the UK into exciting new markets. As they expand, they will have our full support in doing so. Thank you very much.